You want to install the IEEE module on your Linux system. While building the module, you receive the following error: make IEEE/IEEE_module.o, error make _module_/IEEE, error make leaving directory, user/src/kernel/... make modules, error. What do you infer from this error? Option A. The EE802111 module conflicts with the current kernel version. Option B. The dependency modules for EE802111 are not installed on the system. Option C. The EE802111 module given is not supported by the machine architecture. Option D. The kernel source package, which must be installed to compile external device drivers, is not installed on the system. The correct answer is option D. You have a file and the type of the file is shown below. Root at server processing rate equals medium break time equals 200 milliseconds / processing hash file disk, CD-ROM file system data enterprise disk, bootable. What would you do to access the contents of the /root /file? Option A. The mount command with the loop option would mount the /root /file1 disk image file on a directory. Option B. The mount command with the bind option would mount the /root /file1 disk image file on a directory. Option C. The mount command with the rebind option would mount the /root /file1 disk image file on a directory. Option D. The mount command with row, user, no auto, and unhide options would mount the /root /file1 disk image file on a directory. The correct answer is option A. You have Oracle Enterprise Linux installed on a small computer system interface (SCSI) drive and have the Grand Unified Bootloader (GRUB) configured as shown below. Root HD kernel/fmlinux else pro root equals label equals /rhgb quiet initrit dash else.img. The ID of the SCSI drive has been changed. What is the impact of this on the system operation? Option A. The system still boots because the system uses root equals label equals /syntax. Option B. The system would fail to boot because the change in the ID of the SCSI drive would affect the kernel path. Option C. The system would fail to boot because the change in the ID of the SCSI drive would affect the initrit path. Option D. The system would fail to boot because the change in the ID of the SCSI drive would corrupt the /etc/initib file, making it unbootable. The correct answer is option A. You want to override the default run level at the next system reboot and want the system to boot to multi-user mode but with a text mode login. You want the change to be temporary. What would you do to achieve this task? Option A. Pass run level 3 as the kernel parameter to the grub boot menu. Option B. Edit the /etc/initib file and replace the default run level with 3. Option C. Execute the init3 command to bring the system to the required run level. Option D. Pass run level 3 as the parameter to initrit at the Grand Unified Bootloader (GRUB) boot menu. The correct answer is option A.